Men's Devotional, Week 2, Noah, Genesis 6, 1, 12, 22. Humanity begins to multiply and many daughters are born. The sons of God are attracted to the beauty of human women and take wives according to their desire. Thus God declares that he will not endure humanity forever, limiting their lifespan to 120 years. So at that time the Nephilim, giants, lived, descendants of the union between the sons of God and human women. These sons became the ancient heroes. First, God sees that human wickedness is extreme. Their thoughts are constantly perverse. Because God regrets having created humans, his heart is filled with pain. He decides to destroy all living creation, humans, animals, and birds. However, Noah finds favor in God's eyes. First, Noah is described as a righteous and blameless man in communion with God. Noah has 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. God sees that the earth is totally corrupt and filled with violence. So all human beings are corrupted. The entire earth is contaminated by evil. Noah completely obeys God's instructions. Introduction, let's talk about Noah, a man of determination, focus, resolve, and grit. He stood firm, even when those qualities were nowhere to be found in the world around him. In Noah's time, things were brutal. There was no law, no order, no moral compass. Sound familiar? Think about where you find yourself. At work, out with the lads, on the golf course, in the lunch cabin, on a job site as someone opens page 3, and the banter turns to racism again. Even boardrooms and corridors of power aren't immune to decay and corruption. In the middle of chaos and the constant temptation to just fit in, Noah stood his ground, and it made all the difference. Today, let's look at ourselves through the lens of Noah's story. What makes us stand out in our world? Explore Idea 1. A world of chaos and disorder. Let's be real, the world can feel like a mess. From the news headlines to personal experiences, there's plenty to feel overwhelmed about. Famine, war, injustice, despair. It's heavy. Noah lived in a world much like ours. Genesis 6:6 even says, "The Lord regretted that he had made human beings." That's serious. But here's the thing. While the chaos back then was real, so is ours today. And our battle isn't just against the chaos. It's the slow drift toward becoming numb, giving in, losing heart. What is it about the world today that weighs on you most? Zoom in. What parts of your daily life trouble you? Idea 2. Concussive ripples. Even if we're not copying the world's behaviors, the impact can still hit us. Hard frustration over injustice, anger that doesn't fade, bitterness from being let down, sometimes even by people in church. These things leave a mark. They wear away at our faith, hope, and determination to keep going. Sometimes it's not what we're doing wrong, it's what we're letting shape us. Can you pinpoint areas in your life that need calling out? What triggered them? How have they been fed or kept alive? Maybe pause now, take a moment, pray into these things. Ask God to break their hold. Idea 3, obedience. One of the most incredible things about Noah, he obeyed even when it meant being laughed at, even when it cost him, even when he had to live with the stink and noise of the ark for a long, long time. God might not ask you to build a literal ark in your backyard, but he's still calling you to obedience. Sometimes that looks like giving when you see a need, speaking truth even when it's uncomfortable, sharing something God's laid on your heart even when you feel unsure. When have you obeyed God even when it wasn't easy? How do you keep testing and discerning what God's asking of you? Have you ever ignored his prompt and what happened? Is it worth sharing? Action, let's not brush past this. When we explore these things honestly, it can be life-changing, not just for us, but for the people around us. Pray for each other. Break off the stuff that's been holding you back. Ask God to speak clearly. Invite him to inspire you with specific actions that can push back the chaos we see so often in the world. Start fresh today, walking in obedience just like Noah did.